Hello, Faster Way family, and welcome to Leg Day. My name is Lee, and today with me I have Leanne, and I also have Keisha. We're Faster Way Pro Trainers here to have a good time with you, help you get excited, and absolutely shape and sculpt those legs. So let's get warmed up. Face the front, and let's just drive your knees up, bringing those knees up to your chest, thinking about the extension in your hip on that supporting leg. So you've got to fight for some balance here. And as you extend that hip, what makes that extension? Your glutes, right? Keep your abs tight, drive the knee up, one more on each side, and let's go into butt kicks. So right here, as you are lengthening your quads, you're contracting your hamstrings, it's important to remember that when you are working one part of your leg, other parts are working as well. Front, back, side to side, we're taking care of everything right here. So hamstring curl, quad stretch. Let's do 3 more. Good. 2 and 1. All right, this time we're gonna squat down to the center. We're gonna stand all the way up and reach those arms out to the side as you move into this squat with rotation. I like to put my hands in front of my body, especially for a warm up. It helps me keep my weight in my heels. Many times people will squat down and they're actually lifting their heels up. That's because we are challenged with some ankle mobility, and that's okay. We gotta work on it, right? Let's do 2 more on each side, 1 more. 1, last one on the other side. And then I'm gonna turn to the side. We're gonna work through a good morning here. So I want you guys to place your hands behind your ears and send your hips back to the back of the room, feeling now the stretch in those hamstrings as you stand up. Leanne, you're doing the same thing I am right here, but not for the rest of the workout, right?
Right, I am showing some personalizations or modifications. I also have the bands.
I love it. So there's something for everyone here, and Keisha has a couple of different utensils as well. What do you have with you, Keisha?
I'm just going to be using some barbells for a couple of the moves.
I love it. Again, something for everyone. Feel that stretch in your hamstrings. Drive up through your heels with your glutes. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Great. Now we're gonna sit down nice and low. Back to that ankle mobility. So if getting down in this position isn't accessible for you right now, that's okay. Maybe someday it will be, but you can lift your heels up, lift your toes up. Good. Drop your knees in a little bit. And let's go ahead and put one hand down on the ground and let's reach up to the ceiling. Bring the other hand down, switch places. Ooh. Oh, this is such a humbling exercise at the beginning of the workout. 1 more on each side. Great, and the other side. And this is a great position for us to go into our next move. So send your hips up. Let's go ahead and walk your heels out a little bit wider. And I want you guys to sit nice and low, and side slide right here. You've got this lateral lunge. Keeping those feet on the ground will help you push the ground away with this outer leg, but it's important that you do warm up your inner thighs and outer thighs and help support those knees. Let's do 1 more each way. Great. Now we're gonna come to the center, walk it back, and let's open up those hips. So I'm gonna lift my knee up, open my leg, and then drop that knee and toe behind me as I bring my knee up. Is Leanne my helper? I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Or Leanne's got your chair.
Yep.
Bring that hip up, knee up, and drop it. I never know what's happening behind me. 1 more time. And I do feel like I'm that little chihuahua, but actually the Marmaduke that sits on your lap. Shake it out. Let's go to the other side. Woo, open and drop. Think about that femur moving in your pelvis, all right? Really using those glutes to open up that knee on the external rotation. Open, woo, find that balance. Great. And let's get into it. All right, guys, we want these workouts to be efficient and effective, so we are excited to work you through some straight sets today. So for this first move, I'm gonna have 2 dumbbells that are elevating my heels for a heel elevated goblet squat. That means that because I have flat sides on these dumbbells, they're not gonna roll away from me. So I want you guys to really always think of safety first. I'll hold a 50-pound dumbbell right here in front of me as I sit down as low as I can, driving through the balls of my feet to stand up. 3 sets of 10 reps. Leanne, what's an alternative?
I'm just gonna reduce my range of motion on that squat. If you don't have flat edge dumbbells, you can use a book or just something that's very steady, or do it on the flat ground. Just make sure the weight is more towards your toes.
Exactly. And Keisha, what do you have with you?
I'm going to be using 25s for that move.
Okay. How
Or
are you
actually
holding?
125.
I was like, whoa, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. 125 pounds. Just kidding.
There you go.
All right, so the biggest challenge here is, again, making sure that you're all set up right. I'm gonna pull this dumbbell up through my body, catch it underneath my chin, and you guys are gonna do the same thing. Ready? Let's go. 10, 9, good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So, the weight has a job. It's trying to mess me up, right? It's trying to pull my body forward because it's loaded in the front. So I have to recruit my back, I have to recruit my legs for sure, and my core to keep my body upright. You're gonna have to do the same thing. I want you guys to imagine that you have a goblet filled with water and you do not want to tip that over. All right, friends, are we doing this again?
We're doing it again.
Okay, 3 sets, huh? All right, number 2, up and close to my body. Here we go. Down, 1. Don't tip that drink. Good. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Boy, starting off the workout with a move that is bilateral, but really allows you to challenge your strength is a great way to start, all right? As you go through the workout, you're going to become more fatigued and your form might suffer, but because this is our first move, you can be super strong right now. So this is your last set. You might improve on every single set. Do what you can to make this your hardest of the 3. All right, I'm getting up here, guys. Ready?
Yes.
Pick it up. We have 10 reps. I'm going lower, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, good. 6, yep. 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Great job. Lee.
Great job, Keisha. Great job at home. Always look for that way to become better, whether it's heavier weights, whether it's a greater range of motion, whether it's more endurance, always be seeking that next level. All right, we're moving into a unilateral situation here. That means I'm working one leg at a time for this step up. Try to get that heel on the bench. We have 8 reps with one leg, then 8 with the other. But notice this tempo. I'm gonna pump it a little bit and not stand all the way up. So you're keeping constant tension in that front leg. I've got a pair of 20s. I'm gonna start with one 20-pound dumbbell before I move up in weights. Leanne, what's an option?
So with or without weight, I'm gonna try this with 20s as well. But I'm just gonna have that same form where I plant my foot on the chair, lean forward, come up on my heel or on my toe, and then come back to a little reduced range of motion reverse lunge.
Yeah.
So I'll come up, tap, and bring it back down nice and steady.
Exactly. Think about where the movement initiates, all right? If you're trying to get up a curb or skip the stairs to your house with all your groceries, all right, where does that move initiate? You got to get that leg up. So focus on that top leg. Keisha, what you got?
Well, I got 12s to start, but I'm going to go up.
Yeah, we've got this attitude right now. We're going to go up, but I will keep the rest time pretty darn short because we are working one leg at a time. So let's get your mind right, organized. Your heel is on that step. I want your back leg to barely touch the ground. 8 reps. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. 8 reps. Here we go. 8, 7. Top leg is working. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So we move from quad to quad. Having that whole foot on the bench will allow some of those glutes to kick in as well. But again, first exercise, quad dominant. Second exercise, unilateral quad dominant. I'm happy with my 20. Keisha, what you got?
I'm grabbing the 25s. I'll give it a try. So Lee, real quick, can you point out what side is important to have the weight on?
Yes.
I get a lot of questions about that.
So that's a great question. So when I have the hand, if I have the weight in the working legs side, my leg is going to go more towards it. So I get a little bit more of my abductor, okay, not my adductor. If I have my weight on my other side, my core is engaged a little bit more, but that inner thigh is fighting against it. It's up to you, but that's what works best for my brain. But again, you're just looking for weight. Either way, Keisha, it works.
Alrighty.
All right, guys, 8 times. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Other side. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Such a great conversation because those are side to side nuances, and we've got a vertical movement here, right? So by adding weight in your hands, you're still creating a challenge. You can even rack the weight on your shoulders if you'd like, all right? So again, think about it. What am I trying to do here? Trying to target those quads. If you have a knee that caves in, put it to the outside. If you feel confident and want to work that core, put it to the other side. If you want to be balanced, I guess I have to pick up another dumbbell. All right. All the noises. Last set, guys. Here we go. 8, 7, good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Switch. And 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How you feeling? Feeling good. Leanne?
Feeling good.
How you doing back there?
I didn't get quite as many reps in just because I have that 2-step process, but I was able to just be very concentrated and got my heart rate up.
I love that. Just finding out, okay, here is the roadmap to get to that move. Let me start at one place and then work your way up to getting to that destination. I love that. Sweating. All right. I'm gonna pick up a pair of 50s for my favorite move. Ooh. This is a dumbbell deadlift. So the dumbbells are dangling by my side, and I'm gonna keep them sort of making a triangle, I guess. As I send my hips back, I am feeling it, my glutes and hamstrings. I will come all the way up to the top. But when I keep those dumbbells angled, it helps me engage my lats and not let the weight come out too far in front of me, especially with these heavy weights. But you're using a bar,
yes.
So you don't have that option. Tell me the benefit of using a bar.
Well, the benefit of using the bar, I can just have it a little bit closer as I come down. And I can also hinge back as well, using the weight up front to keep me stable from tipping one way or the other.
Exactly. It's a counterbalance move. So Leanne, are there any modifications for you, and what are you going to be using?
I'm actually going to use the bands.
Perfect.
So provide resistance with these mini bands. So placing them on here, and both, again, whether you're using the bands, the bar, or the dumbbells, the key is keeping your hands that real close to your body. So versus the weight out in front, and the bands help me actually do that. I'm just pulling up, keeping my hands real close to my body.
This is one sure way that you are going to really target those glutes and hamstrings. Nothing's going out in front of Leanne. Everything's going behind her. All right, so the most important part is picking these things up, right? So we have a set, 3 sets of 10, starting at the top. Again, imagine you having bands or a bar. Let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you're at home, 99% of you are. Sometimes I will cue people to get close to a wall. So if they are close to a wall and they can stick their bottom back, they can tap on that wall, all right? So if you're standing against a wall and you go into this move, you should feel stuck. So you're gonna have to step away from the wall and stick your bottom towards it. So that might help give you a little feedback so that you know that you're sticking that bottom back. All right, number 2. Here we go. There's a little bend in these knees, guys. Let's do it. 10, 9, try to pull your abs in now. That's fun. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. How you doing, Keisha?
Doing great. Love
Awesome.
the barbell on that one.
I think that's so great. That easy bar too, the cambered bar with those little divots, allow a little room for your knees to kind of sink in, right? Didn't you tell me that you had some bruising on your thighs from deadlifting?
Oh yeah, I was using the dumbbells, and they were heavy and they were clanging, so I had badges of honor right here.
Wow, how heavy were they?
60s.
Okay, cool. Well, these aren't that. Let's get this ready. All right, guys, last time. Way to go, Keisha. You're inspiring. And we're up. Oof. And 10, 9, 8. Good. 5, abs tight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Just by sucking those abs in can help your body fight that floppy state, okay? We want you guys to be rock solid and just use the muscles that it takes to lift those weights. So keep those abs pulled in. It's hard to remember all the time, but try to for these next couple of moves and you'll find a difference. All right, moving now to a Bulgarian split squat. What I want you guys to consider on this version is this angle from my head to my tail. So if I come down low, I've got 45 degrees from my head to my booty. I'm pumping right here in this 45 degree. This move is so multifaceted. If I sit up, then I press into my other leg, I'm getting my quads. I want you guys to focus on those glutes and hamstrings. So for me, it works best if I start at the ground, drop that back knee, And there's other ways to get into this. Leanne will show you, but that works best, so I make sure that that angle is on point. Talk about it, Leanne.
Yeah, well, without using a bench or just, because that
Yeah.
can be an uncomfortable position,
Yeah.
I'm going to do what's called like a B stand.
Yes.
So I'm still going to be, let's say I'm starting on the ground
Yeah.
doing that same type of thing. I'll come up,
Yeah.
but then stop here. And this
Yeah.
very little weight on here, I can almost like move it around so that I'm doing that same motion here with that same angle. Weight
Really
being in the front.
isolating that front leg. I love it. And then Keisha, what about you?
I'm with you on this one, and I'll be holding on to 25 pounds.
Perfect. Okay, so I've got a 30, just 130 in my hand. Again, I want my knee to move towards that weight. So that's gonna be my outside hand. Leanne, I love sharing space with you.
Hi.
All right, guys, 8 reps each leg. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching and dropping it down to start. And 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Leanne, what weight are you using?
20s.
Perfect. Okay. Just getting it together. Getting it together. Take a drink of water if you need to. Towel yourself off. Set number 2. Ready? Let's go. 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kick it back. And 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so your sacrum and your pelvis, all right? Your pelvis can move sort of like this. That can be a little scary, right? Because its connector in there allows it to move in these different directions. It's not just up, down, front, back. So it's this little swing action that is a challenge. So I want you guys, again, keep those abs tight. Recognize if you're falling towards one side and focus on that front leg. Put your mind into what's happening so you don't get loosey-goosey. And let's kick this last set out the door. Okay, ready? Here you go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. And 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All of the breathing techniques here. Leanne, I'll work on this for you. I don't want anyone to
You don't
slip.
see what we see over here. She is working.
It is a thing. Again, Keisha's talking about doing that same move with heavier dumbbells that aren't here. Listen, we practice. We practice doing these moves. We practice them on our own time. We practice them with you. So we want you guys to think about that too. Is there a move that you can practice? Is there a move that you can really work on the form for? Because again, it's all about how you put these things together that give you the best recipe for yourself. All right, moving on to plie squats with pulse. So you can also call this a sumo. But the deal here is your toes are pointed out. I've got a 50-pound dumbbell conveniently that I just stepped over. And I'm sitting down. So the hinge isn't here. So I'm gonna sit down, come halfway up, all the way down, and all the way up. That's 1 rep. I'm also gonna hold it like a goblet so that it forces my body to sit and not tip forward. Leanne, what you got?
So I'm going to reduce my range of motion, and I'm going to actually hold the dumbbell in front here.
Yeah.
As this being my frame of
Yes.
reference. So this is my goal for my depth. To tap, come on up with that little pulse, and on up.
Perfect. That feedback is so helpful. What about you, Keisha?
And I'm going to show a variety using, once again, the barbell here.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to follow along with you as well, but focus on making sure those knees are nice and out. And
Yes.
this will help keep those knees guided over
Yes.
my toes as I go down for that pause.
That bar is so helpful because she really just has
Yeah.
that wall in front of her. So I want you guys to
Absolutely.
think of that wall as well. So we're gonna do 6 reps, all right? Remember, plie squat with a pulse. I'm getting mine up under my chin. Ready? Let's go. Down. 1, down. 2, good. 3, 4, woo! And 6. Ugh. That's great. I'm laughing because when you stop that pulse from being momentum driven and you find a pause in that movement, you'll find the rest of the challenge. All right, Keisha, your second way
Yes.
is just heavier. Got it.
And I just went ahead and picked up a heavier one, thanks to you, Lee, inspiring me.
All right, guys, we're going into our second set. Get it where it needs to be. 6 reps. Let's go. Up, 2, up, 3, good, 4, 5, up, 6. Like I said, that fatigue starts to kick in. And the first place that wants to collapse is my core. But no, we're not gonna let it. Let your legs do the driving. Let your core be the brace. It's our final set. Get it up. Ready? Let's go. 1, up, 2, push, 3. Come on, push it. Last one. Woo! Finishing strong. I mean, there's some victory in here today. All right, so we're gonna end on the floor. All right, it sounds exciting, doesn't it? This surrender squat is gonna feel amazing right now because it's the end of this workout. Again, with that time under tension, and we're gonna alternate these feet. So from here, you're gonna bring one foot up. You're gonna have your heel on the ground. You're gonna bring the other leg up, tap it down, and then we're gonna switch. All right, so we're only going through 4 reps. This is such a great way to finish off this workout. It's like this frosting, this glitter, this icing on this cake right now. So again, we're gonna stay nice and low, like the ceiling's falling down. I'm gonna use my body weight only because it's gonna be a challenge for me. Feel free to use weights if you would like to. Leanne?
So it's kind of a full body, lower body core experience. So I'm going to simulate that, but a little bit differently. So I'm going to lie down and do a single leg hip bridge.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come up, push the floor away. So I'm activating my glutes. I'm also going to squeeze my quads. I'm working my core. So I'm going to do one leg and then the other.
I love it. We've only got 4, all right? Keisha, are you with me?
I'm with you.
This ceiling is low. You ready? Let's go. 1, switch legs. 2, good. 3, and 4. Okay, fine. I'll pick up a weight.
Same.
Good job.
What are you getting?
I'm gonna work my way up. I'm gonna hold 12 right now.
How are you gonna hold it?
I'm gonna hold it like this.
Oh, good. Look, we're twins. All right, guys, ready? Don't tip over. Don't drop out your drink. Let's go. 1, switch legs. 2, good. 3, and 4. Cool.
Okay.
Keisha,
I'm gonna go up one more time.
come on, girl.
Yes.
Let's do it.
25.
Okay, I'm gonna rack both of these on my shoulders. All right, 4 reps, come on. Let's dig for it. Ready? Let's go. 1, there it is. 2, 3, and 4. Woo! Cool.
Yes. Nice.
Nice job is right. Thank you for the inspiration.
Good job.
Thank
Nice
you.
job.
You guys have done it. Let's stand up for a second and let's shake these wiggles out. I want you guys to just gently shift from side to side. What's sifting is on my brain matter. You guys, these workouts are tough. Getting this volume in 30 minutes guarantees you an efficient, effective workout. One more on each side. Now let's go ahead and twist over your body. Leave that back leg down. Let's just hold it for a second. All right, hold it. It's important that you recognize what makes a good workout, all right? It's your attendance, it's your progression, and it's also your food. Go ahead and send your hips up high. Let's go to the other side. Rotate over that front leg. It's your nutrition. You cannot build something from nothing. You must have food to create and sculpt this foundation. Come back to the center. Let's go ahead and heel toe your feet back to the center. Stand up. Let's go ahead and reach up over your body. Shake out those trembling arms that were carrying those weights as well. And keep those abs nice and warm. So again, it's your nutrition, it's your consistency, it's your progression, it's you showing up for you. We're here waiting for you every single day, and we're so proud of you guys for making it. We're gonna see you next time. Have a great day, guys. Go enjoy Saturday.